What I don't get is how the fuck you gonna act like a hoe and you connected to all this spiritual shit. What I don't understand is how the fuck they gonna act like they you know what I'm saying, that this zodiac shit is the best thing cracking. I don't understand how you can align yourself with any numerology, even the zodiac shit. I'm gonna give it its due. How can you align yourself with any of that shit and still be acting like a hoe? I don't get it. I meet people all the time. I see people all the time, and they into this and they into that, but you acting like a hoe. I mean, if you know your shit, you know what you are. You know you a Capricorn. You know you an Aquarius. You know you a Leo. You know what your shit is. Why you acting like a hoe? I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my signs. But when motherfuckers ask me, like, what are you? Or what's this? Or what's going on with that shit, man? I was born in April, so that makes me a Taurus. But I am not a fucking Taurus. I don't give a fuck about that bull. Now, I might do Taurus shit, but that ain't what the fuck I am. I am all of these things, nigga. I try to transcend all that shit. So, I'm just saying, ultimately, this shit is about your mentality, nigga. And I got books. I got books. We're gonna go there. We're gonna go there. Because the bottom line, like I said, the bottom line. So why the fuck you acting like a bitch? Sorry. Why you acting like a hoe? Why you acting like a hoe? Why you talking like a hoe? Do you even know why? Let me explain some shit to you. Let me explain this shit to you. You see what I'm talking about? See, these gods and goddesses, these deities, these spirits, ancestors, some of them big bad niggas, big scary niggas. A lot of them still around, still doing shit, still cracking. And if they ain't, then they weak as fuck. So why are you acting like a hoe to a weak ass nigga? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know how weak they are or how powerful they are. Some of these motherfuckers can even have a lot of power. Some of these gods and goddesses and shit, they got a lot of power. They still crack. But they ain't for you. They don't work for you. They don't line up with you. You see what I'm saying? So, though they may come through, it's going to be weak for you. So why be a hoe? Why is you hoeing for these weak ass niggas? I don't get that shit. I really don't. I really don't. And if you allow me to explain myself, I will. Because let's get to it. Nigga. Tribal science. Brains, beliefs, and bad ideas. Tribal science. Tribal Science, Brains, Beliefs, and Bad Ideas by Mike McRae. Mike McRae. McRae, whatever the fuck. Brains, Beliefs, and Bad Ideas. Let me hit you with this. You are so much shit. This was before I really got to highlighting shit, so I got like tabs and whatnot in this book. But let me hit you with this, right? All right. Our social brains make it remarkably easy for factors such as confirmation bias and the perception of popularity to persuade us of ideas. Coupled with a tendency to associate science with trust and reliability, it's easy to be unwittingly convinced by ideas presented in a manner that sounds scientific, even when there are few logical reasons to have much confidence in them. If the evidence itself is wrapped up in a parcel of mathematics symbols or encoded in jargon, a friendly translator is often needed to explain the relevance. It's for these reasons that ideas can persist through generations, maintained by faithful believers in spite of conflicting observations or broken logic. So this is why you get new niggas like me that come through and start hollering about why you ain't pimping. This is fucking pimping. This is not broken logic. I'm not fucking confused. This is pimping at its finest. You see what I'm saying? Our social brains make it remarkably easy for factors such as confirmation bias and the perception of popularity to persuade us of ideas. Gravity. That's what the fuck we talking about. Gravity. Shit like gravity, okay? Social. This is why they say like science. As long as it's wrapped up in mathematics and this and that and whatever else, you niggas believe it. This is where we at in today's age. This is where we at in the mind of the new nigga. Okay? Okay? Let me hit you with another book. Hit you with another book. It gets deeper. Hit you with another book. Stay with me, man. The Ever-Present Origin. Hold on. Give me that shit, nigga. The Ever-Present Origin by Jean Gebser. Jean Gebser. Whatever the fuck. The Ever-Present Origin. Talked about this book briefly as well. I mean, look. Real shit. Real shit. Why you so acting so goddamn weak, man? I mean, again, dude. It's like you niggas talk so big. I hear so many niggas talk so big. Oh, I'm into this nigga. I'm into that nigga. I fuck with this deity. I fuck with that goddess. I fuck with that god. Talk so big. And yet, at the end of the day, you know, I mean, I don't want to say talk so big. Just in general. You say you connected to these niggas. You say you know these niggas. You say you kick it with them and whatnot. Even your motherfucking ancestors. I got an altar right behind me. I burn money and shit to my ancestors. Even your ancestors. If you ain't gained the mentality, again, you hear me, nigga, this is pimping. If you don't feel like a boss, this is boss shit. If you don't feel like the man, the woman, a god, a goddess in your own self, in your own right, if you don't really feel that shit, then what good is being tapped into? Even if you're like the spiritual son of something, whatever, you know what I'm talking about? Like you see me, man, real talk. That's my nigga, Osiris. I'm in Osborne. That's my actual motherfucking name, Osborne. Osborne. O-S, born, nigga. Osiris, born. Now, even though it's Osborne, it could have been a whole bunch of shit. But my father, they called him Big Oz. Me, I always went by Ozzy. So it's always been an emphasis on the Oz. Osiris. The Wizard of Oz, nigga. I was like, oh shit, I love that shit growing up. You know what I'm saying? So when I figured certain shit out, it is what it is. But nigga, if I'm going to be Osiris, if I'm going to be a child of Osiris, if I'm going to be Osiris born, nigga, then I'm walking around this bitch like who the fuck want what? You can damn sure get it. I'm ruler of the underworld. This nigga, Lord of the underworld. Triple black god, the green god, the dead god. Nigga, why would I be walking around acting like a bitch? I don't give a fuck what I do got or what I don't got. Period. Ain't no whole lot of luxury shit in this room. That don't mean I don't have the mind of a motherfucking boss, of a god. I know who I am and what I'm about. That's all I'm saying. And this is what the new niggas do. Evolution of the mind. This shit starts in the mind. Evolution starts in the mind. Now, some of us, even from the baby boomers on out, this is why they start paying attention to the generations and whatnot, like the baby boomers. Some of these motherfuckers, I mean, look like Bill Gates and this and that. True geniuses coming about. True geniuses. And that's because evolution begins in the mind. We went from magical niggas to mystical niggas to systematic, logical niggas. There you go. And this is what this book is entailing. I'm reviewing and wrapping up this whole book in one, right? Okay. He explains how primitive man, primitive man, he had a magical mindset. Everything's connected. There's spirits in the water. The air is alive. The trees are alive. The rocks are alive. Spirits and everything. Everything's connected. It was a magical nigga. You see what I'm saying? We were magical beings. That was the beginning, man. And even like they talk about the dream state and whatever else, like the Australoids, the Aboriginal Australians and whatnot. I mean, we can give them some real science. This ain't no easy shit to read, man. It's a thick ass book full of, and it's a textbook. Mind you, you can get this shit off Amazon, but it is a textbook full of big ass words. You know what I'm saying? Inviolability of private property. Which, on the other hand, despised labor and thus legislated only peripherally. You gotta be you gotta be able to read that shit, access that type of shit, or take a nigga word for it. I ain't here to lie for you. That's why I'm showing you the books, telling you the books, and reading from books so you can get this shit your goddamn self. And so we can get on past that. This nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about type shit. This is where the fuck it comes from. Get your own mentality and whatever else, right? Stop acting like a bitch. Get you some books, read some shit, get some knowledge, man. Certain information changes your life. Information should change your life. Truth should change your life, man. Real talk. Once you know 2 + 2 = 4, or however the fuck you want to look at it, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Once you know who the fuck you are, what you tapped into, once you believe what you doing, nigga, I'm feeding my ancestors. I'm burning this money. I'm Osiris, nigga. Once you know this shit, it's game over. It is game the fuck over. Unless you are inviting dumb shit to you. Like one of the movies, man. When you start seeing shit, the shit starts seeing you, so to speak. There's all kind of fucked up shit out here in the universe. It's not all, rainbows and shit. There is shit out there that will fuck you up if you allow it to. If you think you can. That's what it's there for. Keep you on the right fucking track, nigga. That's what we there for. Nigga. Anyways. I'm sorry, man. Got me running off on tangents and shit, man. Spirit, dog. I be in it. I told you, nigga. It is what it is. I ain't no bitch. The ever-present origin. We started off with magical niggas. I'm sorry, let me get back on track. We started off with a magical mindset. Then we went to a mystical mind frame. As humans evolve, and it's not just like religion and whatever else, right? This was in the artwork. You see what I'm saying? It was like the way they viewed the night sky was one big ass cave. This is also evolution in general. We're talking depth perception. Depth perception. When it went from a dot to a circle. Evolution of the brain. The brain itself evolving into the human that we are now. You see what I'm saying? The brain itself evolving. You see what I mean? The monkeys, like I said, the primitive man starting to use tools and shit. Alright. So, point being, main reason why I'm bringing this up, dude, real talk. Thank you for hanging with me. But the main reason why I'm bringing this up, real shit, is because it's evolution of the mind. And if you a new nigga with a new mind, these motherfuckers ain't gonna understand you. It is what it is. But the new evolution, okay. Let me bring you all the way up so I can just talk about the shit, right? Alright, so magical went into mystical. They start making gods. There's a god of the rain, a god of the water, a god of this, a god of that. Thousands of gods. And all these different cultures, they started incorporating gods and into their spirituality and whatnot. You see what I'm saying? They started incorporating depth into their art and whatnot. Even the strategies of war and whatever. Metals and shit was coming about. So we went from magical nigga to mystical nigga to logical nigga. Okay? Instead of it being a god over this, a god over that, and this guy, nigga, they start hollering about one God. So from polytheism to monotheism, but one God, one single God, whether it's Allah, whether it's Buddha, whether it's whatever the fuck you want to call it, one creator God that created everything. Or all the other gods are just a derivative or lesser versions of this nigga. But there's the one God. That was the logical. This is where logical, and that's where we've been for the last several hundred years, the logical nigga. You can call it the age of Pisces, the belief system. It was all about belief and whatnot, right? Now we're in the age of Aquarius, and Aquarius is I know. Pisces was I believe. Aquarius is I know. So back to this shit. The new nigga, the new mind, and they knew back in the early 1900s because that's when this book was written, or at least that nigga was alive back then. But this was early 1900s when this shit was written, man. They knew back in the early 1900s, especially with like World War I and World War II, they knew the new niggas, the new mind is here. And it's the nigga that can integrate the integrated Integrated mind frame is here. Okay? The magical nigga, the mystical nigga, the logical nigga, the integrated nigga. Integrated takes magical, mystical, logical, puts all them shits together into one nigga. This is the new nigga. All three of them shits into one nigga. That's what it is. That's the new mind frame. So why you acting like a bitch? Either you subscribing to the old, man, that's where this tribal science comes from, nigga. You subscribing to the old tribe, to the old belief system. So, let me explain to you tribal science, brain beliefs, and bad ideas. Thank you for sticking with me so long, man. Appreciate it. But we getting to it, man. This is we hitting, okay? And how this shit ties in, right? New niggas have a new way of thinking. They integrate this shit, okay? This is what's going on. This is what's happening with everybody. Everybody. I ain't getting into no melanated this, that, and whatever. But of course, we the niggas to do it first. But this is what's going on with everybody. Because white people gonna tag along and they gonna figure it out too. They own it too. Fuck what you talking about. You know what I'm talking about? White people got melanin too. You niggas didn't know. They may not have a lot, but them niggas got brown hair and black hair and this and that. They ain't solid white, nigga. They got color in them. Period. So it's melanated. Might not be a whole lot. Might not be able to tap into it like we tap into it. Fuck all that. I ain't getting into all that. Point being, new niggas have a new mind frame. This is what everybody's doing. This is what everybody's doing. And then it's about tribal science. What tribe you fucking subscribe to? Period. So, some of us, like I'm old school, I just would rather say that's bullshit. These young niggas would say that's cap. This nigga's capping. That's cap. I said something with my partners about that. Like, I know I'm not a young nigga. I know I ain't hip. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear me saying that's cap. And this and whatever. Nigga was like, huh? What do you mean cap? Like, I'm like, bro, you don't know what capping is? Like, at least I know what it is. I might not use them words and this and that and whatever else, man. I ain't no young nigga of that nature, but I know what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? I recognize the shit. And that's also how I recognize what tribe they subscribe to. You see what I'm saying? The clothes you wear signals what tribe you subscribe to. We recognize each other by the beads. We recognize each other by the hair. We recognize each other by the skin, by the nose, by the eyes, by the eyebrows. We recognize each other. A smile. Do you smile? Do you say hello? Do you say what's up? Do you say what's good? That's how we recognize each other. Just like accents and whatever else, man. It's about what tribe you subscribe to. Are you pimping or are you a hoe? Because at the end of the day, the way you talk, the way you sound, brains, beliefs, and bad ideas, nigga, bad ideas, bad ones. The shit you going through, the shit you acting like, you know what I'm saying? If you, and this is just an example, because I've been fucking with a lot of that Lilith, underworld, dark, you know what I'm saying, energy. And it does come with Kali. So, death, transformation, death in the underworld. The underworld is where all the nasty, dark, hidden things are. The scary shit is. But it's also where, you know, plants grow from the underworld. You see what I'm saying? There's soil and nutrients in that shit. You know what I mean? There's water underground. The underworld is very rich. You see what I'm saying? This is how we get crops and whatever else, man. So the underworld can be so many things. So if you a queen or a king of the underworld, Osiris, nigga, then you should be able to make niggas rich just as much as you want to kill niggas and this and that and whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like it ain't always about getting mad and being upset and this and that. Then that's how I know who's the hoe and who's the pimp. You see what I'm saying? Like my video about Agent Smith and whatnot. Dude, it's not always on the negative end of things. You see what I'm saying? As far as motherfuckers get possessed with the dirty and the dark and the nasty and the gnarly. You see what I mean? You will get, if you ain't in control of your shit, you can get possessed and act like a hoe and be on some bitch ass shit. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to get out is on the good end of that. You see what I'm saying? When the light side of these gods and goddesses and whatnot come through you and whatever else, that's when you get supreme confidence in yourself, man. This is where you really fall in love with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have a dream and you'll follow that through. You cannot be a hero without going through challenges. You see what I'm saying? If you're not being challenged, if you are being challenged, that's how you know you a hero. And that's when we got to face the hard facts of Grimm's fairy tales. And I had to pull that book out. And look, man, if you're going to live this fairy tale life, if you're going to be on some spiritual shit, then know that the opposition is coming. That's why they... Anyways, back to some real shit. My bad. As I will get to rambling. Man, tribal science is about what tribe you subscribe to. Okay? And if you a new nigga, then there might not be a tribe for you to subscribe to. Because these niggas don't, a lot of us don't understand, don't really get it, that this is an evolved mind frame. Your mama might not have it. Your daddy and them might not have it. This is like that new Disney movie Encanto, right? A new fucking mind frame. They keep showing y'all this shit. The new niggas, the new people, the new kids, the young ones, they have a new way of thinking. They own some new shit. You'll see this a lot in your jobs, man. At work and whatever else. The bosses, them old systems that was setting in place, a lot of that shit's starting to fall through. A lot of these companies, they either getting ran a certain way, but they got new people in charge who can relate. But all these people that's starting to hire, the people getting fired and they leaving jobs and this and that and whatever, man, hey, it's because they new niggas and they got a new mind frame. They're still trying to operate in the old system where a lot of shit was logical. You go to school, you get a degree, you go to college and you get a degree and then you get a job and then you work at this job and then you can retire and whatever else. But the new niggas are out here becoming millionaires overnight. They starting companies and building apps and showcasing their talents and becoming millionaires overnight, nigga. Overnight. Look at TikTok. There's a lot of illogical shit going on being integrated. It's how the shit, everything gets integrated. Gets brought into one. That's why I keep talking about this new one mindset. New niggas, stop acting like a bitch. That's old school shit. That's old school shit. Being a slave to these gods, stop acting like a spiritual hoe. I'm sorry. Start acting like a bitch. Let me give you this real quick. Start acting like a bitch. Maybe you should be that. Bitch. Women's Encyclopedia of Myths and Secrets. Bitch. This became a naughty word in Christian Europe because it was one of the most sacred titles of the goddess Artemis or Diana, leader of the Alani or hunting dogs. The bitch goddess of antiquity was known in all Indo-European cultures. All of them. All of them. All of them. Every single fucking one. They know who the bitch is and who the bitch was and what it means to be a bitch. All of them know it. All of them. All Indo-European. All of them. Even the Christians know. As we will. So anyways. All of them. The bitch goddess of antiquity was known in all Indo-European cultures, beginning with the great bitch Sarama, who led the Vedic dogs of death. The Old English word for a hunting dog, bald, also became a naughty word because it applied to the divine huntress's promiscuous priestesses as well as her dogs. Harlots and bitches were identified in the ancient Roman cult of the goddess Lupa, the wolf bitch, whose priestesses, the Lupae, gave their name to prostitutes in general. So you won't be pimping. You're supposed to be pimping. Earthly representatives of the wolf bitch ruled the Roman town Ira Flavia in Spain as a queen or a series of queens named Lupa. Queenly shit, bitch. Start acting like a bitch and stop acting like a hoe. Maybe that's what we should be saying here, nigga. In Christian terms, son of a bitch was considered insulting not because it meant a dog, but because it meant a devil. That is, a spiritual son of the pagan goddess. So, on the basic sense, stop acting like a hoe. Y'all need to stop acting like hoes. Connect yourself to these deities and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, or understand that a lot of us are new niggas. That is what it is, man. That old shit is really and truly some old shit. It's been hanging on for a long ass time, and that's cool and all. But you see me and you see niggas like me, and we all over YouTube. My shit is growing. Thank y'all for helping me grow, and let's just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, man, and see what we can do. You know what I'm saying? I'ma start upgrading my shit and get bigger and bigger and bigger and see what we can do, man. I'm gonna make my jewelry start to be more available and whatnot. But I appreciate the 111 subscribers. I ain't gonna hit y'all with too much. Try to shorten this video up. I got shit to do. But one more thing. The 12 Powers of Man by Charles Fillmore. The 12 Powers of Man by Charles Fillmore. Now, let me show you this shit. I want to show you this shit. Put the shit down, nigga. Let's get to it. The 12 Powers of Man. So this is it takes a very Christian approach, and it does go through the Bible and whatever else. But I wanted to show you this shit right here. Let me make sure I got it right. I wanted to show you this shit right here. You see that? The 12 Powers of Man. Now we know there's 12 zodiac signs. Hope I ain't too close. I hope it's focused and whatever, man. I apologize for you. But you know there's 12 zodiac signs. So, within yourself, you have will, understanding, imagination, faith, zeal, power, love, wisdom, strength, order, life, and elimination. These are the 12 powers of man. And at the top, that crown, that halo says, I am Christ. Starting with will, understanding, imagination, faith, zeal, power, love, wisdom, order, strength, life, and elimination. Life and elimination. See, some of you niggas can get stuck on one power. You may be good at death. You may be good at fighting. You may be good at some dark side shit, but that does not make you balanced. That does not make you whole. That does not make you a fucking pimp in this game. Guys create shit, which means you create scenarios. You create situations. You create a life that suits you. If you're going to be a spiritual son of anything, then it should be creating a better life for you. A better life that suits you. If you're going to align yourself, if you're going to be a hoe, then the pimp should be taking care of you. If you a hoe that's just getting your ass beat left and right, left and right, left and right, you got a problem. But hey, there are pimps out there like that. There are hoes out there like that. If that's what you need to keep you in line, it may be what you have to go through in life. Not my problem. But you see the 12 powers of man. I really wanted to hit y'all with that. So that you understand. This is all you. I am Christ. They talking about you. This is any man. That shit didn't say whether you was melanated or not. So get over that shit. Get fucking past that shit. Integrated. We the integrated man. This is the new nigga. The mind of the new nigga. And we doing new shit. So alright, man. Alright. I'm gonna leave you alone. This is my first video of the 2022. Like, share, subscribe, or don't do any of that shit. It's all good. You heard me though. You listened this long. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that shit. Again, hit 111 subscribers, and I had to share that with y'all along with these books. That was just my mind frame. Stop acting like a hoe, man. If your ancestors got your back, take pride in that shit. Either you got too much pride, you got too much pride. You see what I'm saying? Which is why you might, you know what I mean? Because I guess I do need to say that too. Some of you motherfuckers got too much pride. And you think that it's your God, it's your this, or it's your that, or it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that too much pride is them punk ass gods. That is Kali coming through. Because she ain't where the fuck she used to be. And there are new niggas like me on the planet, new gods interfering with this shit now, man. Like these niggas talk about Beetlejuice and how Beetlejuice just exploded in the sky, and now there's this new cosmic conscious, these new rays and shit coming through our sun, being fed to us by our cosmic light. So we eating up new shit. You could almost say that's touchdown of a new god, nigga. New mind frame. Nigga, your DNA is waking up. This is DNA opening up. So, alright, man, I'm gonna go back to my drinking and shit. We good. Stop acting like a hoe, man. Get up on your shit. Start getting you some power. Taking power. Start taking power. If you can't tell, look, man, I'm all alone. I ain't never alone. But there are no more humans physically in this room with me right now. So why would I act like a bitch? If I'm going to be doing any mantras, if I'm going to be on some whatever, man, why would I act like a hoe? Now, I mean, you know, I do keep saying bitch, because that's just me, dog. I'm a man. I'm real talk. Let me just throw that out there again. Osiris, nigga, this shit don't say Isis. You see what I'm saying? I'm not the bitch. I'm not the female goddess. I'm the male god, nigga. So, alright. Hopefully I'm walking and talking at the same time, man. Y'all see what it is. Get you some of this action, man. Get you some of this confidence, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Get you some of this. Soak in some of this. Nigga, when you by yourself, my dick is magical. Nigga, you by yourself, that pussy is divine. You ain't even gotta be by yourself, man. Speak all this life and beauty and divinity into yourself. You know what I mean? Fake it till you make it. Until you can start doing that shit around other people, in front of your mama, in front of your cousins, in front of them so-called friends. You know what I'm saying? I done died to so many people. I'm dead to so many people. And I just be like, good. Because that's how I know I'm tapped into that Osiris shit. I'm the dead god. Nigga, you ain't got to tell me to kill myself. I've been dead for a long time, nigga. So, OZ the Wizard. Like, share, subscribe, man. Just having fun. It's a new year, man. Nigga, we geek. 111 subscribers, nigga, I'm geek. Holla at me.